Good afternoon. Although this video is dedicated to Bill Palm, since he has volunteered to take over the quartermaster position while I am snowbirding in Florida, beginning the 30th of December this year until the first week of April. I'm showing it to everybody in the executive committee as a backup to Bill if he needs any assistance. And what the presentation here is about how I operate. Nobody has to operate the way I do. I'm a little bit maybe OCD in the way I do certain things and expect certain things, but you can go as far as leaving it in your vehicle, and anybody that asks for anything, say, take it up with Frank when he comes back in April, or you can follow the way I operate and adjust it to your own personality, if you will. Now, when I go to a meeting, the first thing I do is I drag stuff out of my truck and bring it into the meeting and set it up on the table. So Bill will be, if he does it my way, will be dragging out a suitcase out of his vehicle, or any one of your vehicles if you decide to take the mantle here. And I got a little bigger suitcase these days because we have a little more inventory. And I'll set it on the table at the post. And before I open that up, what you'll notice in this pocket here, I have bags, right? Small bag and a big bag. And basically what I do is someone orders something, and I set it up to have it delivered to Donna at CNC for embroidery. Say somebody's name on a jacket or something or other, or hat. I'll stick a jacket in here, and I'll stick in a smaller bag, hats. Okay. Then what I do, well, let's say a member orders one at the end of a meeting and comes to my table and says, I want to order a hat or a jacket or whatever the case might be. What I'll do is I'll take their order and then take whatever I have in inventory that they want. Say, say a heavy jacket that I just happen to have in stock in that box right there. I'll take the a big bag, stick it in a bag. You know how to do that. But in addition to stuffing it in the bag, I'll put the name that they want to appear in the jacket on the tag. And I'll attach the tag with the tie strap. Okay? So their jacket or item will go into a bag, and this, with their name, will be tied around here on the handle. And when it's delivered to Donna, she'll know what's in there and what the name to put in there. And when she calls you and says it's ready, she'll put it in the same bag with the tag so you'll know who gets what. So these bags are very handy. I'll make sure you have enough for the 3 months. But basically, that's the stuff in this, stuff in here. In addition to that, again, you don't have to do everything I do. But you notice the last few meetings, I've been setting up this contraption in order to set up a clothes rack for display. See how easy that is? Now this thing opens up and these legs go down so that you can set it. I keep hangers in here so you can hang shirts and jackets on here for display. If you don't want to do that, it's not a problem. Just keep this thing packed away. That's our handy dandy portable clothes rack. By the way, please excuse the unprofessional presentation. I do not expect to be nominated for any particular awards, but I would be very happy if you kind of get the point of how I do things so that you can basically put it into your own personality and keep the Quartermaster operation going. My philosophy is that my membership with Rolling Thunder, I dedicate my time to veterans I don't know. But as a member of this post, my total dedication is to our membership. So when someone orders something for me and I take all the information and I take the order, I'll receive the order from Donna or FNC or whatever the case that they order, and I'll deliver it to their homes. That's me, because I want to take care of these people. I mean, they've been servicing and taking care of veterans forever. It's my turn to take care of our own people. All right, so this goes back in here. Hang in there. It's not going to take too much longer. So basically what you got is you have this box right here with a couple of extra heavy winter jackets. And you've got most of the inventory in here. And also in this box is the extra hats. And basically, the way it's been working out, Donna likes us to order at the end of the year everything they think that you're going to need for a year. I order a dozen hats, and by the time it's time to reorder them, we have no hats left, so it's not like we're stuck with any inventory. By the way, this attaché case is part of the kit I'm leaving you with. So there are a few items in this attaché case. For example, if you run across a shirt that happens to need one of these, a white shirt, you've got a few here, or a flag. I keep in here miscellaneous pins and what have you. This yellow book here is kind of like my diary. If somebody asks me about a particular transaction of who knows when, I can go back and basically when I'm at the post and someone takes an order. For example, I got Chris Lowe here. He ordered a uniform shirt, short sleeve. It was a long or short was the question, but he wanted short. Medium or large was a question, but he wanted medium. He wanted to be able to try it on. I was able to deliver him the shirt, and fortunately, the very first shirt that he tried on, which was a medium, was the one he wanted, so I didn't have to unpack another shirt. Here, I have Bob Apperwick. Bob Apper, cool guy. He ordered a heavy jacket. He wants Bob's name on the jacket. By the way, today's the 14th. I wrote this down yesterday. The 14th, I went over there and to his house and had him try on my jacket, which is an extra large, and a large jacket out of the inventory. And his wife asked that he get the extra large. So I took it over to Donna yesterday to get his name embroidered on it. And had I picked up my emails earlier yesterday, I would have been able to deliver it to him the same day. That's how quick she turned that around when she's putting names on things that we have. And so therefore today, just now, I came back from his house and dropped the jacket off. He paid for it by check yesterday, and In this particular case, I'm holding on to the check until our commander tells me where to send it. So what I normally do after a transaction is completed, it might be 2 days like Bob, or it might be 3 months like it was last year, or it might be, you know, in a reasonable amount of time when the transaction is complete. Chris Lowe is almost done. He's supposed to pay COD. He didn't have it at the time. I left him with the shirt, so he'll be paying Bill what he owes on the shirt for $25. Bob is completed, so I'll cross this out. So when Bill gets paid, we'll cross Chris Lowe out. Okay, so I have a record of all my transactions behind the table at the post in here. This is all history and this is new. Okay. All righty. Well, let's get to the nitty gritty about, well, you know, while I'm still on this attaché case, what is important to me is that any transaction that you get the payment in advance if you can. Use your own judgment. Preferably if you can. Who wants to chase people around? You get to know who's going to be honest about it and pay you. I don't know if you guys are going to be delivering anything COD or not. You may have the member wait until the next meeting before you complete the transaction. That's up to you. But any money changing hands, you write a receipt and save all of this. This is a history of every transaction. So if the powers that be in our post want to audit the quartermaster, you have some documentation. All right, anything else in here that you should know about? Now, if by chance you enjoy doing this activity so much that you want to have some sort of a conspiracy to overthrow my position as quartermaster, just make sure I get the attaché case back and the suitcase back. Now, suitcase. Wait a minute. Before I do that, let's go in this pocket here. In this pocket here, got every cover that you're going to need. If you sell it, that's it for the sizes that's there. I would prefer anything that has to be ordered through F&E. You wait till I get back for that. Of course, anything I say can be overridden by the powers that be. Okay. So you've got your covers in this slot here. All right. Now, any questions that you have that I haven't covered, feel free to text or call me or email me. So you got this thing on the top of the table. I like to put them on display. In here I keep at least one heavy jacket. This is a large. I like to do that because, you know what? I think I would prefer to keep an extra large in here rather than the large. Because it's kind of like in the middle. The extra large fits perfectly fine. If it's too tight, you go for double X. If it's too loose, you go for large. So this is the one that they can use to try on. Okay. This is a little bit different than the ones that you're accustomed to. This is more like clothy type material, cottony, whatever the pronunciation would be. And this is more silky, whatever it is. We used to get this from King Louis. You know the problems we had with King Louis last year. Well, now Donna has a different supplier, and it looks just like the King Louis, but I like it better. It's silkier, it feels good. I would say this is more wind resistant, water resistant. And I like the inside pocket, the zipper. They call this a port pocket. That can't be the, that must be the name of the pocket. Anyway, Port Authority. And it's made in Vietnam. They are no longer enemies. So I like to keep an extra large in the suitcase for presentation on the table, or hung up on the clothes rack. You may not want to fiddle with the clothes rack at every meeting, so you can use the table for them to try on and look at. All right, now there may be some transitions going on while I'm gone, as far as officer positions, appointed positions. You may require a white shirt. You really don't want to wait forever for F&E to get one to you while I'm away for 3 months. So I made an executive decision with Barry's permission to get white shirts. Now this one here requires collar patches. Okay. So I believe it's the short sleeves that require collar patches. And in here I have the patches. I haven't been charging them for the patches. I want to nickel and dime our members, but you know. Now the way I have this thing set up is, this thing has like 18 and a half, 34, 35. On the long sleeves, that's the way they come. Who the hell knows what that means? Is that small, medium, large, extra large? So I took it upon myself to tag it, double X, large. The long sleeves are like that. Well actually yeah, long sleeves are like that. This is long sleeve, this is long sleeve. You can just put one on the table and just figure out what size they want. You don't have to take up a lot of room. Now, in order for me to show you everything else, I'm going to remove these white shirts from here. The shirts that you see me removing, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time Bill gets this, there'll be 2 more added, which are back ordered and they're on the way. I keep polo shirts handy, right? They're self-explanatory. Extra large, the size is right on there, so they can see what it is. If they order one, you put it down in the book, get money for it, take it to Donna and have her put whatever name is supposed to be on there. But I display the polo shirt so they can see what it looks like. And we have our lightweight jackets. Same thing. Okay. They pay up front. This right here is $45 to the member. Whatever we charge the member, you multiply that number by 2. That is what the post pays for the item. I think it's a really wonderful thing that the post subsidizes this gear for members, because we want to advertise that we exist in Jackson. And generally when people buy these items, like officers or even members, they're the more active ones. They put the money out to buy that, and we want them to be able to, since they're extra active, to enjoy a subsidy on the wear. Now I mentioned these polo shirts, right? See this bag right here? This bag has a complete inventory of polo shirts. From small to, I may have one XXX in there and everything in between. So if they want something, you can sell it right on the spot, put it in a bag, put the tag name on the bag, and collect them to deliver them to Donna. And once she gets them, like I say, she turns, when you're turning in something for a name, it's like overnight, the next day they can have it. You may not want to deliver it to the customer, but you know that you'll have it in your possession. The days that are, you have to wait 3 months for something is over. Because these heavy-duty jackets, she gets very quickly. So even if you order a winter jacket, when your customer waiting 3 months for it, you get the winter jacket quickly. Excuse me one moment. Alrighty. Excuse the intermission. So basically, that's what you got in here. You've got your lightweight jackets. When you're done with the meeting, you're going to be the last one to leave because you're taking orders, you're writing out receipts, you're figuring this, figuring that out. Sometimes you got a line of people waiting to place orders. My committee report. Do we call them committees? Well, whenever my report is time for me to say something, I just basically the same thing every time, is that you can get whatever you need as far as uniforms through me. You pay, you get it subsidized, and I deliver it. If you may want them to just, maybe want to just take the order, take their money, do what you got to do, pick it up from Donna whenever you do, and then have them wait until the next meeting to pick up their order. So it's the end of the meeting. Pack this up, right? Pack this up, right? I like to keep 2 hats in here. I don't need to carry every hat that we have in our possession. And these things here, I inherited a tote from John White when I took over the position from him. And these have been with us ever since. It's a 100-year shirt. Maybe Barry wants to give this away. It's nothing that we sell. It was just in the tote when I took over. And this is just a plain old XXX polo. Maybe you can give that away. But I've had these in my possession since I took over. These, I guess it was a year or 2 ago. So when you see this, give it away, you know where it is. That's what this is over here. I like to keep a few hangers. Obviously, you set up that clothes rack, you got hangers to hang up and make a display. All right, so at the end of the meeting, put everything away back in the bag, suitcase, and zip it up. All right, that's the large that goes back in the cardboard box. Stand by. Let's get rid of that. And I'll take this. So this box here you can leave in your vehicle. because you've got the extra large heavy jacket in the suitcase. And if someone wants to order, what do we have here? We have a large, and I believe this is a double X in here. So you have a large, extra large, and a double X in your possession. When they're gone, what I do is whenever I sell a shirt, whenever I turn something into Donna to have a name engraved on it, I will order that same shirt at the same time. So if you sell 3 or 5 polo shirts at a meeting, and they each has their own separate bag with 5 different names, and you're bringing those bags over to Donna's house and hanging it on her doorknob, I send her an email to give her a heads up on what's coming for names, and I'll also order at the same time 5 polo shirts. You know, whatever it is, 2 large, 1 extra large, 1 small, whatever it is that you're giving away, you replace it through her. If you sell polo shirts, a light jacket, or a heavy jacket, and you're going to get a name put on it, you order those at the same time that you're asking Donna to put a name on whatever it is that you sold. What else do I have? Okay. Oh, so you're collecting money and you're writing out a receipt. What I do is I take one of these envelopes here out of the suitcase, and I'll write down the name of the individual, what they ordered. You gotta write small, and the dollar amount. I always did that so that when I handed Charlie this, he knew. He was probably more interested in the total dollar that I got, but I like to break it down and show him exactly what those, what you call it, inflow of cash is individually. You handle it any way you want, but that's the way I do it. What else? All right. Set up table, unpack. That's pretty much it. So I'll just close up my attaché case. Put this thing away. And the hats. I'll get a bigger box of this clothes. And that is pretty much it. Let's see. Setup table, receipt book, money envelope, end of meeting order taking, and Donna at C&C, the process that I use. Rename, reorder, drop off, pick up. Any questions, let me know. I appreciate your time. Hopefully this is helpful. Alrighty.